Good morning. Happy Monday. It is wonderful to be with you today. I hope that you had a fantastic weekend and that you are ready to dive in this morning with all of us. Good morning, Carol. It's so good to see you here. I'm so excited about today because today is the last day of registration for School of Love 2020. And that means that tomorrow is our first day of class. And I can't wait. I already have a fantastic group of people registered. And if you have not had time to check it out, I put the link in the chat here. So please feel free to click on that and explore it, because it would be so awesome to have you with us today for the course. I know it's just going to be extraordinary. It's just going to be extraordinary. I can't wait. Can't wait. So because of that, and I've been talking about this now for a few weeks, but I just wanted to put out the reminder. I'm probably going to take the next couple of Mondays off from this live stream because I am really behind with a lot of other work with Beloved Publications, and I'm not sure how the schedule is going to go with School of Love, how it's all going to feel. So I'm going to take a couple weeks off from doing the live stream. And I will send out an email letting everybody know to the community if I'm going to start over, if I'm going to keep doing them. And yeah, so if you're not on the mailing list, I would encourage you to do that, because that way, you're not spending time searching for the live stream if it's not going to be happening. And you can do that by heading over to our website, belovedpublications.com, and sign up for the emails so that you are in the loop. All right, so here we go. Good morning. Hi, Angela. Good to see you. Val and Kim, Cher, Carol, yay. Oh, Alexandra, that's right. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting that's you. All right, dearest ones, let's dive right in. Hmm. Hello, beloved ones. It is wonderful to be here with you today. Thank you for joining me. Today, I want to talk about relationships during the pandemic. So I know that there has been a lot said about this, but I'm going to just offer what I hope to be some insight for you. It has been a very long year from the start of the pandemic until now. And the isolation, the separation that you all have endured has been very difficult, particularly for those of you that do not do well with isolation. Some people, it does not affect them quite as much, but others that are sort of not built for isolation, it can be a much more difficult struggle. So you've all been encouraged throughout the months to stay in touch with family and friends. Everyone has become a Zoom expert, and it is a wonder that you have so many avenues to connect through technology, so that even when you are staying home because maybe things in your area are not open, you are still being asked to be separate as much as possible when it comes to larger groups of people. So this is going to continue for a little while longer. But I want to talk today about all the different aspects of relationships or relating that are being lost in some ways. If you think about your close friends and family as sort of your inner circle of relationships, and by family, I mean a significant other, people that you believe are in your heart family. They are in your inner circle. But your life is so much more than that. You have this sort of second circle that surrounds the inner circle. And maybe what's in the second circle is co-workers, people that you see at your yoga class or your gym, or you see them in community situations. You go to some kind of religious service, and you used to go regularly. And maybe these people are not your very best friends. You do not really connect with them outside of these situations. But it has taken this pandemic to shine a light on just how critical these relationships with people in the second circle of your life really are. They offer a kind of community support that is so important to one's emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual health. And you have a lot of data in your scientific communities that tell you about when people are disconnected from their community, they often do not thrive. It can be one of those pieces that is easy to lose. It can feel comfortable or easy to slip into a cycle of isolation from the community, maybe not family and close friends, but an isolation or separation from the community that can have very far-reaching effects. And this is not something that is widely discussed. But community is essential to a happy life. Because each and every one of you knows, that nature is what it is. Disaster can strike. You can lose your home. A loved one can lose their life unexpectedly. You can become ill unexpectedly. All these things happen due to the natural world, your place in the ecosystem, life itself. No one is immune from death. No one is immune from loss. It is simply a part of life. Now, the circumstances that surround those things can be unique to each individual or each family. But you all know that life is unpredictable. And while it is, yes, important to have some kind of family dynamic, it's that inner circle, people you really can count on, it is equally important, and listen to what I'm saying here, beloved ones, it is equally important to be connected to your community. Now, you can be disconnected for periods of time. Maybe you are traveling, right? Maybe you are living somewhere you didn't expect to live for a while, but it's temporary. So maybe you have been taken out of your normal community, or maybe you've just moved to a new community and it takes a while to integrate yourself. All that is understandable. But one of the biggest tolls that has been experienced, negative tolls that has been experienced by all people globally, all people, is that loss of community. Yes, it's great to attend your meetings, your 12-step meetings, or your worship service, or your community gatherings over Zoom. Thank goodness that you have that. That is wonderful. But there is something about being in the room with the people in your yoga class that has a much more powerful effect. Now, once you all are back into community, yes, if you found a yoga class online and you love it, Great. Keep taking it. Keep doing that. Keep utilizing the technology to support your life. But to have that in-person community connection is so important. I have been encouraging all of you for decades and decades to get connected into your community. Yes, cultivate loving, strong relationships, intimate relationships to the best of your ability with your family members, your significant other, your children, your close friends. Yes, yes, and yes. But when you are connected into the community, there is more than just going to a yoga class or going to the city council meeting or going on another political demonstration with your group or attending your meditation class. Even when you go to a class for your own purpose, to learn something new, to find inner peace, to exercise your body, doesn't matter why you go. Ultimately, what you get is community. You are in a room with a group of people who are seeking a shared experience. You are there to support each other in that yoga class, even if you don't ever speak directly to that person. It is a community effort, unless you are having just one-on-one instruction. You are in a communal experience. And while we are doing a communal experience right now online, it's a little different because my energy has the ability to transcend technology. Whether you realize it or not, my beloved ones, I'm in the room with you right now. And I also have the power to create an experience where you feel the other people that are watching and attending this live event right now. But most humans do not have that ability. As a matter of fact, there's only a few humans on the planet that have these same abilities. So you all need to be in the room together. So if we were to look at the negative aspects of this isolation from the community that has transpired during COVID, you see it most predominantly in the children. Like in so many instances, children are a fantastic example of what it is to thrive as a human being. What does it mean to thrive as a human being? Even shy children, even children that might not easily participate with group activities, they are often very content, sort of off on their own drawing, while other activities are taking place around them. It might take certain children a while to get used to that, but once they have it, they feel the support. They feel the communal energy. They feel the momentum that happens in community. And they are getting hit the hardest with this loss of community. But I ask you, beloved ones, for those of you that you don't feel that you are really thriving in your life, let's look beyond the pandemic to before the pandemic. How connected were you in your community? What aspects of community experiences did you have that you don't have now? Or did you have any? Have you been so focused on your immediate relationships that you have forgotten the power of community? Isolation can be a kind of vortex energy that, when it isn't interrupted, can create long-lasting, long-term problems, depression, anxiety, loneliness. And yes, of course, everyone has the capacity to feel alone in a crowd, but I'm not really just talking about a crowd, just going out and being in a crowd. I'm talking about community activities. Think of your job. If you go to work and there are co-workers at your work, that's a community. And for those of you that are fortunate enough to have that community, wonderful. But many people now do not. People that used to go to senior centers for their community, daycare centers, schools, classes, universities. Now everyone is doing a kind of modified version of this, but many people are not. So what I want to remind you of today, and I don't do this to be cruel, because you cannot go out and create that right now, but take the time until things are open enough to come back to community. Take a hard look at your connection to community. And these are not people that you have to cultivate in a friendship or spend any time, extra time with outside of the community activity. But community offers a kind of support that is much broader. It's sort of foundational. So even if you're a child used to go to school in small classrooms or medium size or bigger, this is the biggest part of what they are missing, is that community support. Yes, they have the support of their family. Maybe some of you are letting your children play with close friends or spend time with close friends, but they miss that community. So look to the children and the importance that they place upon their school friends, right? Or their neighborhood friends that they play with, but maybe now they can't see. Not close friends, but just sort of gang that tends to gather in neighborhoods for playtime. Think about this in the context of your adult life. Do you have a community to return to once things start to open up? A community that is not online exclusively, but a community that you are involved with, right? So there's your close circle of relationships, and then there's the second circle. That's your community involvement. And it's okay if you want to just depend on work, but try not to make this community connection solely based on convenience. What I mean by that is you are working at a job or a career, and it just so happens that the people in your office or your workplace, your store, they work there, so they are convenient to talk to or to have fun with. There's nothing wrong with that. But look to a broader sense in the community. What do you want to be connected with? And this is, so then the outer circle would be the people in the community you just pass in the grocery store, or the person who checks out your groceries in the grocery store. Right? You never know what checker you're going to get, but there's someone in your community and you say, hello, how are you? Good to see you, right? But then you might not see them again. Maybe they've moved on. But I'm talking about groups of people that you are not necessarily close to, but that you are connected to on a regular, ongoing basis, that there is a shared community. Maybe you are involved in something that's important to you, and you're all working together on a specific goal or a set of goals. This pandemic has highlighted how critical community is to every aspect of your health and well-being. Don't ignore the opportunity to look deeply at this. And maybe you did have a wonderful, well-developed second circle. Fantastic. And you are missing that circle. Then maybe for you, this is a time of gratitude. And asking, when this is done and I can reconnect to the second circle, what can I give? How can I express my gratitude? Well, how can I serve these people in my community foundation to express my gratitude? Let me not take them for granted ever again. Always, always, you are given the opportunity to go deeper, beloved ones. Go deeper into your sense of community. You need the safety net, the sense of security that community offers. Even if you got in trouble in your life or became ill and you never contacted any of those people in that community to help you, it is having that connection, being involved with the community in the moment, that provides that sense of security, that adds to the quality of your life, strengthens the foundation of your happiness. Make your plans now. If you did not have community connections before this pandemic, start seeking now what you want to be a part of. There are plenty of free community activities, organizations that always need volunteers. If you can't afford to take a class, then volunteer for something that you believe in. Volunteer at your animal shelter, your food bank. Anything that gets you involved in community. Because together we are stronger, beloved ones. And when you open yourself to that strength, your life is uplifted. And if you are not sure how to get connected because the thought frightens you, ask me to hold your hand and be with you, just as you explore the possibility. Ask for my help and power and my grace so you can take the action you need to create the connections that your soul and your heart are yearning for. I love you and know that I'm with you always. Namaste. Oh my goodness. That was lovely. And thank you all so much for being in my community, in our community, because even though a lot of times during the year you're in my online community, because of Mother, I do feel your presence so strongly. And sometimes I really do feel like we're in the room together. And it's so wonderful. Thank you for being a part of it. I have to agree with Mother, since the pandemic started, I have been filled with, it's a big part of why I was so filled with gratitude last year, is because of this community. So thank you for being a part of it. I do too, Anne Marie. I agree. Elisa, wonderful. Yes, just so beautiful. Angela, so good to see you. Anu, hello. Claire, hello. Gerda, good to see you. Donna, wonderful to see you. And Marisol, yay, from Dover, Delaware. Yay, awesome. You are welcome, Alexandra. And Caitlin, oh my gosh, it's so lovely to have you here. Hi. It's great to see you. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. And again, probably I'm going to be skipping the next couple of weeks, but I will send out an email to let you all know when and if I will be resuming these live streams. Yeah, very true, Carol. Very true. So yeah, stay tuned. And for those of you that are joining us for School of Love this year, I'm so excited. I can't wait. I'll see you all tomorrow. And for those of you that are still considering, the registration is still open till 3 o'clock today. And I tell you, it is going to be life-changing. It is such an amazing experience, and it would be awesome to have you along for the journey. So, oh, yay, Charlotte, glad you're here. Yes, I'll see you tomorrow. You are so welcome, Ricardo. Thanks for joining us. All right, everybody. See you soon. Much love to you. Mwah. Bye-bye.